friends, today we are going to create some little ghost embellishments. I added a little cluster of flowers off here to the side, a little bow to her hair, and then decorated the bow with different items. I drew in the eyes and I used some chalk for her little blush there. And I did not put a mouth on them. I thought they were cute without that, but you could always decorate these however you would like. I used a cut file from my Cricut to cut these ghosts out, and then I went back in with my Distress Oxide inks in this Lost Shadow, and just very lightly ink the edge just for a little definition on them. So we have this cutie here. This one, I did not like how the bow turned out, so I added this little witch button that I had in my stash, so she has a little witch hat on. And then this one here, since I did the spider web ribbon, I added a little spider to her bow. This was the first one I created. These flowers here were created by me. This was gifted to me. I cannot remember who gifted these to me, but they were gifted me in a swap, and I need more of these flowers. I absolutely love them. I think I only have 2 left. This purple roll flower was gifted to me in a swap. And this is just a paper flower from Amazon. So I'm using my cute little tray that I picked up at Dollar Tree, and we're going to decorate 2 of these together. So let me set this off to the side. So I have my Lost Shadow. I have my blending brush, my glue gun, my paper ghost, and a micron, some scissors, and then I have flowers, pom-poms, I have my ribbons, I have some sentiment, some buttons, so any little thing you want to use to decorate your ghost. So what I did to create my ghost is I just took 2 of these cutouts and glued them together. So I had a little bit more of a sturdy base, and I glued that together just using my Ad-Tac. Just added a little bit of glue, focusing on those edges. And then I just glued them together. Then I went in with my Lost Shadow. And I just lightly distress the edges just because I wanted a little bit more of like some more texture, some more dimension to these than just the white. And this Lost Shadow is super light, so it doesn't take away too much from your project. And I'm just inking right along the edge of my ghost here. And you could do different colors. You could do more of the gray if you wanted it to be darker. That's completely up to you. All right. The next thing I did was decorate with my flowers because I wanted to have my flowers and my bow on before I drew my eyes on. So I think for something different, I'm going to lay this one. So I have a flower laid in the background. These are just flowers from Dollar Tree. These little like mulberry paper flowers. And then I think I'll take one of my orange ones. I definitely want to use this other rolled purple flower as well. And also grab some of the Hobby Lobby ones. And I don't have, I did not put gems on all of my flowers. Let's do this one here. And then I have some teeny tiny ones as well, but I have not used these teeny tiny ones. But I think I'm going to use these last two that were created for me. I struggle opening this container. So I'm going to use those last two. So let's put this one. And then maybe we'll add another pink on here. And I kind of want to use this black glitter one. And I'm just going to take the gem off because I kind of want it to be flat and tucked under. Let's add that. And we're going to add one of these. And then I definitely want to use this last purple one. So maybe we won't put, maybe we'll put the purple one here. I'm going to keep this off to the side in case I want to use that. So I'm going to glue down this bottom base first. And then we're going to build on top of that. And I really just want a little bit of that black one showing. And sometimes I like adding my flowers to kind of go in different directions and just sort of up and down. And then let's add this teeny tiny one. And so many glue strings. And then you kind of have to hold this little one in place for a minute and then fluff it back up because it's such a tiny area that you're gluing. It doesn't like to stay. And I'm also gluing it on this glitter cardstock, which is not going to help things. So let's give that a minute. I can re-fluff it up. There we go. Now fluff it back up. And we have our flowers on this one. All right, let's do this one next. So we're just going to repeat glue this bottom base down first. And I'm going to be careful not to burn myself on this one because it's super thin. I'm going to add this pink one instead of my handmade pink one just for something different on here. And then we're going to add my last little itty bitty flower. I can never make these. They're just too tiny. Let's add a little one. I like working in threes when I'm working with flowers. Now I do have that fourth base on the bottom. That's just kind of my anchor. So I guess technically there's 4 flowers on here. All right, clean up these glue strings here. All right, so I already have one bow made. And I just used some different types of ribbons. So let me show you how I created these little bows. So I used these little elastics from the Dollar Tree. I could not find clear. They were like multicolored, but this light pink one that's as close to clear as I'm going to get. And then I just made a loop the size that I wanted, another loop the size that I wanted, because I can go back in and change this. And then I'm going to add a rubber band in the middle, which I have extreme difficulties with. You want to wrap your rubber band around a couple times. And for thin ribbon, you might have to wrap it 4 or 5 times around. And then I like to bunch my ribbon in the middle, and then I will look at my bow and decide if I like the size, and then we're going to trim the tails. And I don't want the tails to be too long because I don't want it covering up her eyes. Now you could leave out the bow and add something else if you wanted to make this a girl. I think it would be really cute to add eyelashes to a couple of these. All right, let's see. Let's trim this leg a little bit on this one. I'm going to do that over the trash can because this ribbon makes a mess. So I think I want to do another one on the top, and then I'm going to do another one on the side. So I'm just going to add a little glue down. And add my little bow. Do not add your glue directly to the back of your bow, or the rubber band will melt and snap. And I usually wait a second before I put it down as well. Put a little glue, give it a second. And then add your bow down. So cute. These are so adorable. And then I do have another button. I'm thinking, let's put the purple button on the purple ribbon. And I'm going to put the glue directly on the button. So I don't snap that rubber band. I didn't have really small cabochons, but I think it would be so cute if you had some small Halloween cabochons. So I need to figure out what to put in the middle of that one. So we have our little bow. I put a spider in this one. Maybe we'll add another little spider on this one. I'm going to put the spider at an angle. And that's optional. You don't have to because your bands are pretty clear. But I think it just adds something different to our projects. Now I'm just going to go in and draw on my eyes. And you can draw these however you like, however big, however small. Draw them in, and then I'm just coloring them. You could have a die cut that already has your eyes cut out in paper. That's completely up to you. And I never draw my eyes the same. Let's give her a couple of eyelashes. And let's give her a couple of eyelashes, just because I think that's fun. You could go back in with a white gel pen, add a little white to their eyes to add some more like dimension in the eyes. Oh, I love the eyelashes. I need to go back and add that to all of them now. That's so adorable. Let's add eyelashes to all of these now. Okay. Then I have this decorative chalk that I got at a store that no longer exists. And when I got it, it was $14.99, and it is well loved. My son was maybe a year old when I got this, and he's 25. So this is extremely old, still with me, still works. I'm not getting rid of it. So I'm going to use this darker pink here. And then this tool, I got this tool with it. It has broken over the years. It's a very old tool. It came with a set of these like pom-poms to use with the chalking, which I have stored away in my drawer. But I'm just going to use that tiny pom-pom. And we're going to add a little blush. You can do as dark or as light as you want. You can always start off light and then darken it up as well. But yeah, this is an amazing tool. This side takes bigger pom-poms. This one takes smaller. And that is it. So I thought it might be cute to add a couple of these black pom-poms around. So I grabbed that bag. And no, actually, I think I like them just the way they are. Now, I think if you wanted to embellish these further, I used my Dymo label maker and printed out some words. You could take that, you could add a sentiment. I also think it would be cute if you had little mini pumpkin stickers that you could add a pumpkin to this. So these are the Hobby Lobby ones. So how cute would it be to tuck in a little fall pumpkin with that? That's adorable. So you could decorate these up more however you desire. I'm going to leave these like this for now. And then once I decide what I'm going to be using them on, then I might decorate them further. But I think they're super cute. I think it would be really fun to make a bunch of these and create a fun garland to hang in your craft room or like on your mantle, which is kind of what I'm thinking I might do, is make a string of them and hang them above my window here in my craft area. Because these are so adorable, but they'd be cute on memory dexes, bag toppers. They'd be super cute on cards. So many different things you can do with these cuties. So thank you so much, guys, for stopping by and crafting with me. I hope you enjoyed this project. They'll be inspired to create some of these for your Halloween crafting. All right, guys, have a wonderful day. Make sure you check the description box below for any of the products I use. They will be linked down below. Bye.